up everybody and welcome back to another Bella Books video. Today I will be reviewing The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, and half a year ago I asked what books would you guys like me to review, and a lot of people said The Hunger Games, but I never read it, which now reading it I totally regret not having read it sooner. But there's a bunch of sticky notes because I had to annotate this book for my English class, which is really nice because I got to choose a book to annotate and I decided to go with this one. So this book is part of a 3-book trilogy, and there's another book that came out recently called The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which is a prequel, I believe. This book is 374 pages long. It's a young adult novel, so I'd say it starts at ages 11 or 12, depending on your maturity level. If you can handle like a little bit of gore, violence / death. Honestly, I thought it'd be way more gory than it actually was, and I could handle it. I'm not a huge fan of gore, but there's also a little bit of like kissing in it, if you're okay with that. I would just like to say that this book gave me chills and I love the writing style. So first with our character. Our main character is Katniss Everdeen. She's 16 years old. She is determined and will do anything for her family. She's also very smart, quick on her feet, can think fast. She is talented and capable, but also kind of guarded and rough around the edges. Katniss has a fierce temper. I'm just gonna say that. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? And then we have Peeta Mellark, who is sweet, talented. He's also very capable and will do anything for the people he cares about. Right, so normally I don't do this, but I'm gonna do a bit of a background story for The Hunger Games because it's kind of complicated and you won't understand the plot unless I explain this. The Hunger Games takes place in the world of Panem, and there are 13 different sections of Panem. We have 12 districts and the capital. The capital is basically all of the really important people, but really it's just all the rich people. We have the people in the 12 districts who are the poor people who work for and are controlled by the capital. Before the Hunger Games takes place, there was this huge rebellion against the capital. The people of the districts rebelled against the capital and they kind of lost. So as a result, every year the annual Hunger Games is held, and this is to just show the districts that the capital is in control and just to remind them that they don't have power in the Hunger Games. So 2 tributes per district, a boy and a girl from each district. It's kind of like a luck of the draw kind of thing. Their name is drawn out of this really big bowl, and they have to be contenders in the Hunger Games, where they all fight to the death until there is one remaining winner. Now for the plot. Katniss will do anything in her power to protect her little sister Prim. So whenever Prim's name gets drawn for the Hunger Games, Katniss volunteers as tribute and becomes a contender in the games. Katniss does everything she can not to grow close to anyone and not to allow anyone to get a look at just how much this new curveball of being a tribute in the games is affecting her. She is thrown into the games and has to learn how to survive like she has never had to survive before. As the time in the arena progresses, you get to see how Katniss gradually changes and is affected by the games. Unknowingly, Katniss becomes one of the last people competing in the games. Katniss realizes that she just might have a chance in the games, but there are a few things that might prevent her from winning. Can she go back home to her sister Prim? Will she survive? So one of the things that I love so much about this book is that you just got to always get a look at what was going on inside of Katniss's head, and so because of that, there were times where I was like really scared of her and I was like, okay, dang. You just get to see exactly what's going on in her head. How is she processing it all? How is she feeling? What's her next move gonna be? Does she have a strategy? You get to see that she's a person and how much she develops. Also, there are 1 or 2 really good plot twists as well. My brain would like internally debate, should I rip this book to pieces? Or am I gonna sit here and process this in shock? I would like get chills, or I would want to run around screaming. Hunger Games, as well as the rest of the Hunger Games trilogy, was truly one of the best young adult books that I've ever read. For a summary on how I felt about reading the book for school, I said, I enjoyed the fast pace, the jarring thrill, and the undiluted and real emotions, thoughts, and actions of Katniss Everdeen. There's also a subtle touch of humor in the writing that only comes from raw and human emotion. The book did a good job of grabbing my undivided attention and never letting it go. I rate this book 4.5 quills. only thing I wish was that I personally didn't think it was too horribly violent, but if some people are sensitive to that kind of stuff, then if it's not for you, it's not for you. But it kind of sucks because the book is so good that I wish readers didn't need to be as able to handle that. Anyways, that's how I see it. If you have anything that you'd like to add or you think that I've got it wrong, be sure to comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Thank you so much for watching. 사랑해! Bye!